Hello and welcome to another reading from the book, The Faith I Live By, a daily devotional. Today's reading is entitled, Holding the Reins of Government, September 17th.
Oh, the precious name of Jesus, how it thrills my soul with joy when His loving arms receive us and His songs our tongues employ. Precious name, oh how sweet, hope of earth and the joy of heaven. Precious name, oh how sweet, hope of earth and the joy of heaven.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Ephesians 6 verse 1. The will of God is the law of heaven. As long as that law was the rule of life, all the family of God were holy and happy. But when the divine law was disobeyed, then envy, jealousy, and strife were introduced, and a part of the inhabitants of heaven fell. As long as God's law is revered in our earthly homes, the family will be happy. One of the first lessons a child needs to learn is the lesson of obedience. Before he is old enough to reason, he may be taught to obey. The mother is the queen of the home, and the children are her subjects. She is to rule her household wisely in the dignity of her motherhood. Her influence in the home is to be paramount. Self-will should never be permitted to go unrebuked. The future well-being of the child requires kindly, loving, but firm discipline. It is impossible to depict the evil that results from leaving a child to its own will. A fitful government, at one time holding the lines firmly, and at another allowing that which has been condemned, is ruination to a child. Uniform firmness and unimpassioned control are necessary to the discipline of every family. Say what you mean calmly, move with consideration, and carry out what you say without deviation. The requirements of the parents should always be reasonable. Kindness should be expressed not by foolish indulgence, but by wise direction. Parents are to teach their children pleasantly, without scolding or fault-finding, seeking to bind the hearts of the little ones to them by silken cords of love. The combined influence of authority and love will make it possible to hold firmly and kindly the reins of family government. An eye single to the glory of God and to what our children owe Him will keep us from looseness and from sanctioning evil. Thank you for listening today. I trust that you have received the message God had in store for you. God's peace be upon you. Maranatha.